Welcome to the Sunday Update. Faith Gardner with you. As Russia continues its assault on Ukraine, the US is promising further military aid. President Joe Biden gave an address in Warsaw in Poland announcing the measure.
We have learned from sad experience in 2 world wars when we've stayed out of and not been involved with stability in Europe. It always comes back to haunt us, the United States.
Meantime, 3 powerful explosions have been heard in Lviv overnight, 60 kilometres from the Polish border. A life-changing drug is set to be added to the pharmaceutical benefit scheme that'll aid those suffering from cystic fibrosis. Australians suffering from the condition will soon have subsidised access to Trifacta, thanks to a $475 million federal government boost. While in other pre-budget announcements, $365 million will be spent to create another 35,000 trade apprenticeships. The Australian Institute of Health and Welfare is calling for a greater focus on efficient and available treatment options for those suffering from eating disorders. A small fire in a cafe in the Ponsford stand of the MCG is what set off the alarm, causing the AFL match between Collingwood and the Crows to be suspended. The crowd had to vacate the ground and players and coaching staff moved to the centre of the ground. Play resumed minutes later. And we're being encouraged to check in on the people living around us this Neighbour Day. Yes, Relationships Australia National Executive Officer Nick Tebby says a good relationship with those next door has a number of benefits.
Both for our mental health and well-being and our sense of belonging, but also a great source of support. We fall on tough times and we need to rely on other people to help us out.
Checking sport now, down by 18 points at half-time. The Raiders stormed home to defeat the Titans 24-22 in the NRL. Coach Ricky Stewart had full confidence they'd turn it around after the main break.
We played our style in the second half. We played well, and they showed a lot of resilience and determination, because I tell you, there's a lot of football teams that wouldn't come out and be able to do that.
Parramatta got up 28-24 against the Melbourne Storm. Earlier, it was the Panthers over Newcastle. Hawthorn has taken the points against the Power to make it 2 from 2 to start the AFL season. Melbourne also with 2 wins now after beating the Gold Coast. And Alex de Minaur is through to the 3rd round of the Miami Open, defeating fellow Aussie Jordan Thompson in straight sets. And for even more sports news, make sure you check out the Sports Update. You'll find it wherever you're listening to this show. To entertainment news now. No word yet on the cause of death of Foofighters drummer Taylor Hawkins while on tour in Colombia. The 50-year-old was found unresponsive. An investigation has been launched. He'd been with the band since 1997. And the Oscars are within sight. The 94th Academy Awards to be staged in Hollywood Monday morning Aussie time. Up for Best Picture are films including The Power of the Dog, Coda and West Side Story. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.